forgive me the trespass of trembling hands? Have I explained how afraid I am of this device that amplifies and projects my fear of rejection, all shaky limbs and racing pulse, adrenaline getting choked out by a spotlight, waiting for your bullet glances to hit the right spot, light at the end of the tunnel, baby? Your 15 minutes are up. I heard somewhere through an ink cloud once that it takes 4 seconds for a silence to become awkward. It is also my personal belief that 90% of the silences are only awkward if you feel it is so, and the last 1 out of 10 is worth it for the writing material. And I tell you, it's a challenge to come back every week with a new piece to read, especially when procrastination and lack of motivation have plagued me, making my blood boil. This is the result. I'm fighting back now, feeding off the good sense you gave me when you told me that I create my own happiness, that my destiny was in my own hands, turning the impossible into something malleable, something I could work with. And I've been reminded by the last snow. So now I spend these days shedding my heavy cloak bit by bit, keeping pace with the warmer weather, waiting for summer to engulf me through its phoenix fire, set me free! If you get a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said that it would be easy, but I promise that it's worth it. Sometimes you just have to jump and build your wings on the way down. And I know it's exhausting to deal with the people who know the least about you, always having the most to say, but be who you are. Say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. If you're already walking on thin ice, why not dance? So I'll continue my exposure therapy. I'll come back every week like I promised myself I would. I'll get up here, be who I am, speak to you, love you, for I am grateful for my weekly dose of inspiration and good conversation, the people I've met here. I am simply grateful that I am alive. Thank you. I'm going to do a newer one now. 2012! Get to know your body, brought to you by, you guessed it, Torso Bro. If only I could explain to her how fucking right she is. My days stood divided by a judgment call on half full or half empty, held fast to the fast track downward spiral of being sick and tired, of being sick and tired. So I paid the price for a sliver of black market advice. If you don't like something, then change it. If you can't change it, then change the way you think about it. Now I know, there is no half empty. There is no half full. The glass is simply twice as big as I ever thought it was. And then I held my breath for too long in a dream. I woke up to find humanity a breed of ostrich and the whole world sand. The pieces rushing, tumbling through an hourglass. I forgot to ask how much the ride would cost, so go for broke, right to the end of the line. You can't whine and dine this silly little girl. I told myself, hunker down. Buck up, buttercup. Keep on the keeping on, because sometimes when you're on, you're really fucking on. Back rent forcing me to believe that it's already been 4 months. Am I still on? Really on? And I replied, yes. See, I am in a state of constant time travel into the future. Spur of the moment fairy dress tricking me into thinking summer. I'll get there eventually. 4 months room and board and a 2-bed loan, adding stones to my pockets, but I haven't sunk yet. See, I refuse to forget that my feet will take me anywhere. I refuse to forget that I create my own happiness. I refuse to forget to remember. Do you dream of me? I sure do of you, who met my glance by chance on public transport. No way of knowing then that we transcend to cohorts and cahoots, but I won't, I cannot cling to you like a sock to a sweater. Though sometimes I admit I can think of nothing better, but it's different now. We just have different ways of saying it. And I appreciate the preemptive congrats, believe me, but it stings. It's just another reminder to add to my self-inflicted pile, knowing that this path starts with the literal making of my bed, the shooing of cobwebs, getting the dust bunnies from my brain, putting my hands to good use, trying to break my bad habits, trying to pick myself up. Did I get all the right pieces? And it's hard. I can't quiet the voice that wants to point out how badly I got ripped off when I learned that the glass is twice as big, and how badly I want you to be wrong. See, this ink machine has fragile parts. My springs are wound too tight sometimes, with a heart that feels like it's been deep-sixed in a lead-lined chest sometimes, struggling to stay one step ahead of the shovel. I don't do things halfway. Defeating my shadow is a matter of extremes, but I refuse to forget to remember that I need to teach myself to live. To really live. To stop just existing. And breathe deep. To keep on stepping, to use my feet, to keep on the keeping on, because sometimes when you're on, you're really fucking on. And this time, for the first time, I know I'm on to something. She says again, you guessed it. Thank you.